Kia ora koutou.
Kia ora.
Welcome to Next Level's video on how to lead a visualisation.
So ultimately, the visualizations we use are to build belief and provide a beautiful experience for our healers so they can experience the process for themselves. So they can feel it, see it, smell it,
Believe it.
Yeah. And understand the process itself.
So before we get into leading the visualisation, there's a few things we do. So before a healer even comes in our door, we put up protection around ourselves and around that person so that we're fully protected during the healing session. And then we remove attachments from ourselves first and then from the healie to make sure that there's nothing that's going to interfere in this beautiful healing session we're about to give them. So then once they arrive, we let them know what they're going to experience. So we first of all we talk about the outcome that they're seeking, and about intent and how strong we are on intent. So that's the first thing you talk to them about, making sure you're clear on intent and they're clear on intent. And then we talk them through the process itself. So whether it's manifestation, memory lane, breaking connections, whatever that process might be, we talk them through it so they know exactly what to expect, what's going to happen when. Roundabout, because our visualizations can go in all sorts of different directions once you actually get tupuna or your ancestors showing up and telling you different things. Talk to them about the 4-step process. Tell them what they're going to experience through that, what you're hoping for them to achieve through that. Talk to them about who might turn up from the spirit world, who might be there, whether that's Jesus, whether that's their tupuna ancestors or their loved ones that are gone, or God's guides, guides, or whoever it might be. Just talk to them about all of that stuff so there's no surprises when they get into it. And talk to them about how they can expect to feel during and after. So if they experience any pain, let you know. Speak up. Don't lie there thinking they're going to break your concentration and that stuff's going to stop just because they speak up. All of those sorts of stuff. Get them really comfortable with what they're going to experience. And then the next step is just to get them really comfortable in a position of comfort, ready for the visualization. So invite them to lie down or sit or whatever makes them feel comfortable. Invite them to close their eyes, to then relax their body. You might even talk them through relaxing their body from their head down to their toes. Talk to them about taking a few deep breaths. Take them through a few deep breaths just to kind of calm the system down. And talk to them about making sure that they understand that there's no other place they need to be but right here, right now, experiencing this beautiful healing session they're about to get. You don't want them thinking about the grocery list or the things they should be doing while they're lying here getting this healing. So kind of put it out there in their mind and just let that relax. So that's all about getting them ready for the visualization.
And similarly, you also as a healer need to be really focused, not thinking about your grocery shopping. So that can be a distraction on both sides. So when you're leading a visualization, you need to be leading it as if you are the healer experiencing it. So we call that holding space. That means that you are feeling, you are seeing it, you are feeling it, you're going through all of it as if you are them. And then we go through our 4-step process. We get them to imagine. So you walk through the visualization. You'll want to become familiar with this because you'll be walking through it as well as experiencing it.
So you guide them and you experience it.
Yeah.
When you can get to that point, like Leah says, of experiencing it as if you are them, so holding space for them, that's when you are, at the same time, you are giving them healing, because they might not be able to feel it. They might not be able to see it. They might not, some people might not even be able to imagine it. So you doing that on their behalf as if you are them is providing healing to them. So it doesn't really matter terribly much if they can't.
Yeah.
It's better if they can, more intensive, but if they can't, they're still receiving healing through you holding that space for them.
Yeah. As you become more familiar, you will start to see the visualization and see, as Leanne explained, tupuna coming through. So you want to explain what you're seeing, or you may be feeling it. You know, we don't all have the sight in the same way. So we ourselves may even talk from a sense of knowing when we're describing the picture that we're seeing. So look around as much as you can and build that picture for your Healy.
Allow your senses time to be awakened. So like Leah says, whether you're hearing it, whether you're just knowing that this is what's going on, you can't see it, but you know this tupuna's turned up, or ancestral, or whatever it might be. Yeah. And so once you've got them to imagine what it is, the visualization, you've got them to imagine it, the next thing is you want to get them to believe in the visualization. So you want them to get to a point where they're feeling those emotions. So really talk to them about those emotions, what they feel like. If you're feeling those emotions, it's going to be a lot easier to talk to them about it. But even if you're not, you can still talk to them about it. You know, your ancestors are, as an example, memory lane. Your ancestors are planting flowers, and the flowers are beautiful memories, beautiful times. They feel happy. They're putting love into that for you. You know, talk to them about those feelings. Explain what they are. Happiness, love, peace, whatever they might be. And take time to ask them, are you feeling those feelings? Can you feel this? And if they can't, keep talking to them about it. The more you talk about it and the more you express in different ways those feelings, the more likely it is they're going to start feeling those feelings themselves.
Yeah. And then our third step is knowing. So you get to a point where you start to feel this sense of knowing. So you've imagined it, you've brought through the feelings to believing it, and then the feelings change and become calm, you know, to a point of peace, and you feel the change. There's like a build up, and then you're up there into this knowing of peace and calm. And then you start speaking as if, well, stuff's coming out of your mouth and before you realise it.
Yeah, because you've moved into the fourth step, which is your own sight will come in. So relax, chill out, give yourself some space, allow your whatever sixth sense you have to kick in. If it doesn't kick in, that's fine too. You can still lead a manifestation without seeing, feeling, hearing, or that sense of knowing of what's going on. You can still lead a manifestation, a visualization. And the more you lead visualizations, the more you're honing those sixth sense skills to come in. But whatever you do, at the last point, relax and just go with the flow. And if you do start to see things, just give yourself time. If you don't, move on. No problem. If you do, then explain what you're seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing. Explain your sight to the Healy so that they too can understand what's going on around them.
So then we thought we'd leave you with some tips Yeah. So the first tip is just take your time. Yeah. It's more about your Healy being relaxed and you being relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no pressure. Don't worry about fumbling your way through it. Just enjoy the healing session, because you also get a lot out of this too. It's amazing the beautiful feelings that come through when you're holding space. And take time to enjoy that, and with lots of gratitude.
Yeah. Allow them the time to build those feelings up, to build those pictures up. And again, like Leah says, for yourself as well, allow yourself the time for your senses to kick in. And don't panic if they don't build it up, if your Healy doesn't see it, if you don't feel it. Again, just go with the flow. You're still getting healing from it. Healing is coming from above through you. Whether you realise it or not, it's still happening for that person. And don't be afraid to check in with the Healy. Don't, you see on TV and all this sort of stuff about people in trances and they have their concentration broken. Well, that's it. The spirits stop talking to them, or they stop feeling or seeing or whatever. It's actually, that's not true.
Well, not for us.
Not for us.
Not for this type of healing.
Not for this type of healing. That's right. So let your Healy know. Speak up. Talk about anything they see, feel, whatever it might be. Get them to speak up. And allow yourself time to experience different things as well, and say different things. Don't worry about it breaking the course of the healing, because that's not going to happen. And always tell the Healy what you're experiencing within reason. If you see if there's big black dark uglies coming into your healing and you're getting into spiritual warfare, you probably don't want to tell them about that. But take them on the journey with you. That's what it's all about. And then after your healing session, now this is for after the whole healing, so not just after every single visualization, because your healing session might contain 4 or 5 visualizations, or it might just contain 1. But after the whole healing session, just take time to debrief. Allow time in your schedule to do that. What was their experience? Get them to talk about it. Talk to them about your experience, and talk to them about what they can expect in the future, over the next wee while from the healing that they've just received.
We also allow time to record parts of the healing. For us, there could be lessons, or for the Healy, there may be things in there that that they want recorded. So sometimes we even get Healys asking if they can record the session. So it's all about what takeaways are good for both you and the Healy.
Yeah. So once a person's walked out the door, as an example, Leah and I will sit down and record the stuff from the healing session. Like, we'll literally type it out, not word for word or anything like that, but we type out what was important for the Healy in their own personal folder, and we have a book that we type out our own lessons learned in as well. So both of those aspects are important for you as a healer. So hopefully that was helpful. And Bye.